Many of you might be wondering, should I choose Experienced Toddler or Experienced Preschool Curriculum for my group? Well, today I'm going to talk through some of the similarities and differences between these two curriculum programs. We will compare the skill levels, the literacy tools, math tools, the art approach, music and movement, and also the assessment tools for both programs. Both Experienced Toddler and Experienced Preschool Curriculum are a comprehensive curriculum and use play-based sensory experiences to make learning fun and meaningful. All Experienced Early Learning Curriculum programs are designed to support the ongoing development and growth of children on 35 core skills from birth through second grade. The activities in the curriculum reference this research-based curriculum document and align with the developmental expectations according to these 8 levels. So let me explain that a little bit more. Experienced Baby Curriculum is written to reinforce level 1 on that developmental continuum. Experienced Toddler is written between 1 and 2 all the way to the beginning stages of level 3. The preschool curriculum is written from 3 to level 5 with kind of a target on level 4. The more math and literacy books that you can add on to your Experienced Preschool Curriculum feature math and literacy skills within the levels 5 and 6. The Experience Club program, which is the after-school program, is written for levels 6, 7, and 8. So this is what it looks like with all the programs together. And you can see there's an overlap, which supports easy transition from one to the next program. And age is not always an indicator of developmental level. Therefore, we overlap the programs so that as children get older, they can have a little bit of challenge, but also be supported within whichever curriculum they're at. You can also see we have a little green line here, and that's demonstrating how we took the Experienced Preschool Curriculum, which is focused here between levels 3 and 5, and we extend it down towards level 2 with the little Goose add-on. That's a supplemental book that you use in conjunction with the Experienced Preschool Curriculum, but it shows you activity by activity how to simplify each activity so that it can reinforce better the developmental level of, for example, a 2-year-old. So all of our curriculum programs have a lot of literacy and a lot of books. Altogether, each month across all of our curriculum programs features 5 new books. 4 of these books are included in the toddler curriculum and 3 are included in the preschool program. So let me show you a little more. Each week features a new storybook in the toddler curriculum and also serves as the base of the activities throughout the week. Each book serves as a distinctive educational purpose. The nursery rhyme focuses on repetitive sounds, and it also supports phonological awareness. The Follow the Path book introduces young children to basic concepts of print. They're going to learn how to follow the direction of text by following over these very simple paths. They're going to build fine motor skills and also have simple word-to-picture connection. These 2 books are only in the toddler curriculum, not in the preschool curriculum. The next 2 books I'm going to show you are included in both toddler and preschool. The Forest Friend book features a special friend that teaches us about a value, like kindness. It's a simple story that both toddlers and preschoolers will love and relate to. The storybook here is the most complex story of the month and maybe a little more difficult for toddlers, but it is still included in the toddler curriculum. It's also a featured storybook in the preschool curriculum. It always relates to the monthly thematic study and gives greater context or information about the theme. The preschoolers go much deeper with this storybook and also receive magnetic story pieces and a story puzzle to help retell the story and bring it to life. The toddlers do not receive the magnets, but they do receive a laminated set of story pieces for each book to help you do storytelling. So preschool curriculum includes the Forest Friend book, the storybook, and also It includes an I Can Read book. This I Can Read book is not included in the toddler curriculum. This book features 3 sight words, and by the end of the year, the preschoolers will have been introduced to all pre-primary Dolce words. These high-frequency words help them as they begin to sound out letters, use pictures as cues, and recognize common words in print. The sight word pointers help the children find the sight word both in the I Can Read book and also in those other included books. Let's move on to some other literacy tools, specifically letters. So toddlers are just beginning to make sense of all the different sounds that they hear in the environment. As they get older, they will slowly begin to recognize that letters represent sounds. In the toddler curriculum, we're going to play with sounds and begin to expose the children to both the printed letter and their related sound. New this year, we include a letter card with a photo of an animal. We also want our toddlers to hear new and big words to help expand their vocabulary. So we go beyond just cat and dog animals. We help to introduce new animal types and letter sounds. There's also a song for each letter that features that animal photo on the music CD. Toddlers are using many different ways to communicate right now, and to expand their toolbox, we also introduce a few sign language words every month. You can save these sign language cards and reuse and repeat them all year long. Now, preschoolers' ability to communicate is expanding, and we deepen their vocabulary with daily photos related to the daily topic. The word is printed here. These daily topic posters are a visual tool to help you facilitate the morning discussion. The letter cards in the preschool kit feature 2 photos and come with word strips. Notice how the first letter in the word is printed in red. This will help the children begin to isolate sounds and realize that words are made up of letters, and we're focusing here on the first letter of the word, so the beginning sound. We give you tools to build a word wall throughout the year, and even if your preschooler can already identify most letters, we focus on 3 letters per month so they can have a very deep, real-life experience with each letter, so they deeply understand and build fluency with them. They will practice writing them, applying them in games, and finding them in words both at the beginning, middle, and end of word. We also start to introduce word families for more advanced pre-K. The children will use letters to solve word family games. All right, let's move on to the math and reasoning tools and talk first about numbers. So toddlers are starting to count with numbers, but not always in order, and it might be out of memory more than really understanding. For example, that 2 means 2 items. Therefore, we're working with toddlers to touch and play with quantities. We'll expose them to numerals 1 through 6, and they will start to see what they look like. They'll be able to touch them. There'll be some very simple tools like these number cards, but also more playful games throughout the curriculum. Math at this age is going to be very sensory-based. Preschoolers will learn throughout the year numbers 1 through 20, and they will also see the numbers, write the numbers, count the numbers, but they'll also use them in games and to use them fluently to solve problems. Okay, we're going to stick with some math and reasoning tool discussion, but let's move on to patterns, shapes, and matching. So both toddlers and preschoolers will be working with pattern, shape, and matching, and toddlers are starting to sort by one feature. For example, if you show them a blue link, they can go find another blue link. Or we provide these big color crayons, and they can sort the links each month. So every month we feature 2 colors with the toddlers, and they will receive these links each month. You can grow your collection all year, and you will have a chain of links in all colors, and you'll be able to sort them by color, by shape, and even use them for counting. Now, patterns are pretty tricky for toddlers, but we will begin to reinforce the A-B pattern to begin with. For example, brown link, blue link, brown link, blue link. These pattern strips will help children match and get early exposure to simple patterning. You can see here that they also will be featuring one shape per month within the toddler curriculum. We're introducing the shape and also helping them play with it. So for example, here in September, we're introducing the circle. And they will be able to compare the circle sizes. They're going to be patterning with the circles. They will be identifying the circles. And then next month, we'll feature a new shape. They will have a new shape every month so that they learn and get familiar with 9 shapes within 9 months. Here you can see a toddler playing with a variety of matching games and puzzles. Preschoolers also enjoy games and puzzles, but in a more complex way. Preschoolers are ready to excel when it comes to sorting and patterning. They can sort by one feature and then sort by a different feature with the same manipulatives. We give lots of different manipulatives that they can use for both counting and sorting. These manipulatives are a bit smaller than what's included in the toddler curriculum, so they're really for 3 and up. Some preschoolers will also be ready to sort at the same time by 2 features. For example, can you find all of the blue circles? We also include pattern strips that feature a new pattern each month. We begin with the ABAB, just like toddlers, but then each month gets more complex. This repeating pattern can also be found in the pictures on the calendar. Art. We love art, and so everybody gets art, but it will be with a little bit different focus. For preschoolers, we're focusing on creative thinking and innovation. So with our invitation to create, we have 2 different types of art programs woven into the Experience Preschool Curriculum. One is Invitation to Create, and this is a very process-focused art experience where they will reflect on a photo or a famous masterpiece and then create their own version of whatever they're inspired. It's very process-oriented. We also have a make and play program integrated in the Experience Preschool Curriculum, and this is where they are making a prop that they can use in their play. So this is more of the maker space, kind of engineering, and they will have specific materials that they have to assemble to create that tool. It might be an instrument, it might be a puppet, it might even be a headband so they can role play a story together. Or it might be even something that they can experiment with, maybe make an airplane, and then they want to reconstruct it to have it perform in a certain way. For toddlers, we're focusing more on fine motor, eye-hand coordination, and sensory discovery. Once a week, a toddler will explore paint. Sometimes this will be by stamping, sometimes it will be finger painting, and other times they'll start to hold a paintbrush or try dipping their tool into paint and then putting it on the paper. This sensory experience also builds fine motor skills. So once a week, painting. Once a week, they will also be collaging. And collaging is really all about the process for them. They will make different types of collages. Sometimes it will be gluing on small textured pieces. Other times it will be putting different shapes of paper together. And this may seem super simple, but it does require a lot of focus and eye-hand coordination. And they're even starting to see that you can overlap items on top of each other, next to each other. It's great spatial work for the young children. Once a week, they will also have a sticker project. Peeling and sticking stickers is both fun and an amazing tool for building fine motor control and coordination. Each week features a new sticker project. What's really awesome is that these stickers always match the storybook. So it's another way to invite children to talk and recall what they remember from the story. Coloring is a simple experience, but really important at the toddler age. For this reason, your children will color every week, and 3 times throughout the month it will feature the letter that they're learning about that week, and another time it's a more open-ended coloring project that relates to the storybook. Also, once a week, the children will make a type of prop, and this might be a puppet or a headband, and you may have to help your child assemble this project, And it's really for them more about starting to enter into make-believe play and dramatic play. So it's art in terms of drama. And toddlers are just beginning to understand symbolic play, so they're going to have a lot of fun using these tangible tools to help them in their pretend play. In all of our curriculum levels, everyone reads, plays math and logic games, creates art, and moves to music. In preschool, our music program features a new music genre every month. This will help introduce children to new types of instruments, different sound patterns. Also, in the preschool program, there are lyrics that are a bit more complex, and they teach theme-related facts. Sometimes it's also instrumental music where children are working on their creative expression as they interpret the sounds. We offer suggestions within the preschool curriculum when using the music that supports increased coordination, balance, and even invites children to take turns being the leader and lead a movement. For toddlers, our music is different than the preschool curriculum, and it's much more simple. It also every month reinforces the shape of the month. So there's a shape song. There's a friendship song that reinforces that value that you read about in the Forest Friends book. There's also a color song. So the children are repeating and getting familiar with the colors that are featured for the month. There is one song for each letter. Every month features 3 letters, or more importantly for toddlers, the letter sounds. And we also are featuring some fun transition tunes that you can use to help your children throughout the day, whether that's cleaning up or coming to sit at circle time. So each month will feature some different transition tunes that you can use. And then there's also just some really simple fun songs to dance to that connect back to the theme. The last 4 tracks on your music CD are read-alouds. So the 4 storybooks that are included in the toddler program have read-aloud stories. So they can both listen to you read, look at the books, and imagine the story in their head as they listen to the read-alouds. For observation and documentation, we include an authentic assessment bundle in every program, from Experience Baby, Experience Toddler, Experience Preschool, and even the after-school Experience Club program. You all receive the same authentic assessment bundle, so everybody is going to be looking at the same learning games each day and assessing skills on the child on that developmental level. So each day, all curriculum levels share one activity and of course, each level will experience the activity in a completely different way. But you can observe and document your child's skill level day by day, skill by skill, and see their growth, and also start to understand if they might be ready for that next curriculum program level. Here you can see that you can scan the QR code and watch the level that you are teaching at, whether that's the Experienced Toddler level or the Experienced Preschool level. But we also encourage you to scan the QR code, both the level below and the level above, wherever your children are currently. This will give you tips and ideas for how to scaffold as soon as you start to see that your child is excelling in one of those skills that might be featured for the day. You can use that even in other activities that you might be doing with them, as you start to get familiar with that developmental continuum and how children grow and develop a skill over time. You can use the assessment bundle to consider where your child is at on their developmental journey for these 35 skills. When your child or group of children need an extra challenge, maybe on most of the skills, it's likely time to transition to the next curriculum program. Moving from toddler to preschool curriculum is a smooth transition. Even some of the tools are intentionally carried over and, of course, used in a different way in the preschool program, but the familiarity with routine and even with these few tools will help your child confidently continue to grow and learn with the new program. Thank you for joining me for this quick comparison between Experienced Toddler and Experienced Preschool Curriculum.